Russia! Da! By Mary Melnick, John Wilson, Jamie Orr, Alec Hensley, Katie Canese, and Hunter Jones, featuring the voice of Carter in Scene 2. The year is 1774. Social changes have swept through Europe, even in Russia. The family focused upon in this documentary will exemplify these changes as seen by the common Russian peasant family. The following scene shows the basic job of the wife in the household. The mother teaches the youngest daughter how to cook, and the father only gets up, complains, and goes to work along with his older daughter, whose jobs will be discussed later.
Alright, so now breakfast is almost done. We have our seasoning in there. It's been cooking for a little while. We can just keep stirring it for a little while, and then, obviously you want to watch it, make sure it doesn't get overcooked, and then check the bread every now and then. It looks like it should be done within the next minute or so. So we can just have that ready for when your father comes. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Have you two ever noticed how cold it is in Russia?
Yeah, well, it's always cold. I guess we have to live with that. Have you got it, honey? You having some trouble? It's hot. So, what are you doing today?
I'll just be working on that quilt before the merchant comes for his cottage industry. Ah, there's my daughter.
Good morning.
So what are you two girls being doing today?
Well, we're going to work some more on cooking, and then later we'll probably take out the Bible and work some more on reading and writing. I guess we'll probably get more done today than usual, since there's not quite as many children to teach as there had been before.
What about you? Are you still going to go to work with that drunkard Hunter?
Yes, I have to. I have no other choice.
Fine. I'm going to go ahead and go to work on my quilts. So long.
Bye, sweetheart.
I think I have to go to you guys.
Alright, well, I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. The following scene demonstrates how the men had to work in very difficult jobs for merchants who cheated them out of what they worked very hard for, just to make a larger profit.
I need to get this quilt finished by the end of the day before that merchant comes and sells it to his shops in Moscow. I used to be a simple farmer, but with this cottage industry, life just isn't the same how it used to be. I could farm my way into living, but now I have to work for these low wages for this merchant.
What is this?
What?
Your quilt.
This is not my quilt. This is crap in the form of a rectangle. And you're 3 days late. What do you think you're doing?
Quality takes time.
No, this is not quality. This is crap. You see that? That's not quality. I'm not paying you for crap. No. Nope. Give me this. Then.
This scene shows the poor conditions in a job for older teenage females at this time. The noble owners were awful in general, and the workers had to work for little or no pay.
What are you doing?
I'm clean.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're cleaning slower than a turtle. You need to hurry up. It's getting late. I need to go home.
Sorry.
Yes, you are
Someone
sorry.
to pay me, actually.
I'm not good. Your wages are fine.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they suck.
Your wages are perfectly okay.
No, they're not.
Have you noticed how many babies are just walking around because there are too many for the parents to keep up with?
It's not my problem.
Well, it will be when you're fired.
You're not serious, are
I
you?
am serious.
Okay.
Work faster.
Sorry.
You should.
The following very extensive scene covers the mother teaching her child religion and about the history of their country, since there was no formal education for women at this time.
Start off, we're going to go over all the words here and make sure you can at least point out some of the ones that I feel are more difficult. Can you pick out what that one says? let's see. So, do you know, like, from just skimming over this page, do you know what the story's kind of about?
Jedi Masters are weird.
Well, yeah, probably. That's a very good summary, actually. Very surprising. Good job. Okay, so now that we've dealt with this a little bit, we're going to move on from religion, and we're going to work a little bit with history. Have I taught you about Peter the Great? Okay, so back I believe it was probably about 50 or so years ago, we had a ruler who decided it was a good idea to westernize Russia. And, I mean, Russia nowadays is much different than it used to be. I mean, before, from what my parents tell me and from what little I remember from being a child, it was how people, they were farmers a lot of the time. I know you see how your father works nowadays, but beforehand, people lived with nobles when they were of our stature. And they would work for them and give them whatever the nobles asked for. And it was obviously really different when the cottage industry came around, because the whole working area for us changed. And then along with that, changes came like this. Probably about 50 or 100 years ago, I wouldn't have been really taught you like this. Girls didn't actually learn much before, so our roles were actually changing a lot for the better, which is good. I mean, and along with that, people care more about women too. So, like, your father and I obviously love one another, but, I mean, beforehand, we would have probably, like, when you grew up, we would have just picked a random boy and said, you're going to marry this boy, because he would have money to support you and things. Obviously, you're really put off by this idea, and you should be, because it's kind of awful. So things are a lot better now as things are changing, and it's rather nice. But I've gone off on a tangent a little bit. Peter the Great westernized things, so we became more like Europe, and he ripped off people's beards, which if you're going to remember anything, maybe you can remember that, because it's amusing.
Flashback!
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Boyer.
I want babies.
I want your beard.
Ah!